Can you tell everyone about the movie you recently made, Stitching Strength?
Well, thank you for asking about that. I'm really proud of how that came out. I didn't actually make it. It was made by a film studio called Glassfire Studios. So they own it. They crafted how it was all going to be put together. But I wanted to put my story out there. I think there's some amazing movies told from the perspective of a person living with ALS. This is a different perspective. This is a perspective of someone who's going to battle with this disease every day and trying to find ways to stay resilient and positive and trying to find ways to boost hope in his patients. So it's my story. And I think you'll hear a lot from me in the movie, but you'll also hear from people who came to see me about how different my approach was to other places they had been. So I'm proud of it. I would have hoped after 25 years of working in this field that I would have found a way to fix ALS. I haven't. I'm still trying, but I do think I found something. I think I found something that can help clinicians, and I think I found a treatment that can help patients that is very much underutilized, and that treatment is hope.
When and where can people see it?
So I'm learning a lot about movies and how they eventually get on streaming services. It's not an easy thing. So typically what happens is you start with community screenings, which is what we're doing now. So we've been taking it around to audiences that request it. We've been to different cities. We've shown it in libraries and schools and churches and places like that. We've shown it in people's living rooms. We've shown it in bars. And these range anywhere from a screening of 3 people, which is what we're going to do in a few minutes right here in your living room, up to about 100 people, which is what we had at a church in Nashville. And that kind of hopefully generates a buzz about it. And then you apply to film festivals, which we have over 50 festivals that we've applied to. In this fall, we'll start to hear back about which, if any, we got into. And it's at those film festivals that you connect to audiences that maybe don't know that much about your topic. And that's also where you hope to run into people who are distributors, people who work for streaming services. And the goal would be to get it on one of those streaming services so the whole world could see it. And it's a lofty goal. I mean, that's not what happens to most movies, especially documentary short films. But there is an example out there. There's a movie which is called The Last Repair Shop. I don't know if you've seen it. It's fabulous. It's a documentary short. It's about a musical instrument repair shop in inner city LA. A bunch of eclectic individuals worked there, and their job was to repair musical instruments for kids from the inner city that had no other escape except their music. So when their instrument broke, their escape route was gone. So they would fix these things for free. And the movie told the stories of the people that worked there and some of the stories of the kids who sent their instruments in. It was beautiful. And it went through the process that I'm going through now. And eventually Disney saw it. They bought it. They got it in front of the Academy. It won the Academy Award for Best Documentary Short. It got put on Disney so everybody could watch it. And eventually people were so inspired by it that $25 million in donations came into The Last Repair Shop. And so they were able to massively expand what they're doing. So that's the high bar of what I hope to accomplish with my movie. But honestly, as long as my story gets out there so that people can see what I discovered, that would be enough.
Stitching Strength is a wonderful movie. It accentuates Dr. Bedlack's message of hope while showing its effect on people living with ALS. This 42-minute film also gives an inside look into how Dr. Bedlack collaborates with fashion designers to create his unique and hope-inspiring looks. Although the movie is not currently available to stream, go to stitchingstrength.com to see if there is an upcoming screening near you, or to arrange your own viewing. I highly recommend Stitching Strength for all people living with ALS, their families, friends, and caregivers who need a dose of hope in their battle against ALS. Here is a preview of the film.
I've had to lose one at a time a lot of the things I love. I can't hike. I can lose the mountain I used to hike, but I can't hike.
Before 2014, I think most people knew it better as Lou Gehrig's disease. But in 2014, the Ice Bucket Challenge happened. and all of a sudden everybody knew it by its proper name, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS. As this disease progresses, you know what you want to do, but you can't do it anymore.
We were in New York at a play, and I had some Tic Tacs, and they kept falling out of my mouth. I literally couldn't keep them in.
And so it gradually takes away your ability to walk, to speak, to swallow, and eventually to breathe.
I remember looking at the band and saying, there's something wrong with me.
He lost his ability to walk and could not hold our children.
For every single case, it is a death sentence. Not a lot to be seemingly hopeful for, right? And yet, hope finds a way to muscle its way in.
I'm Dr. Rick Bedlack. I run the Duke ALS program, and I've spent my life trying to figure out how to create options and hope.
Dr. Bedlack's positive energy rubbed off on me.
His clothing disarms people and instantly creates a bonded experience.
I've always found it's kind of like putting on a suit of armor, and I see that it rubs off on other people, so it's a win-win.
Your style is so badass, Rob.
Hope is going to be a huge part of what I do until we find a way to end this disease.
He wants to be one of the guys that help cure ALS.
This disease is not hopeless by any stretch. We're making incredible progress every day.
We shouldn't let a single label like ALS define us. We should be who we want to be.
The word was, you have ALS, but let me show you what the possibilities are.
I think if anybody's going to find a cure, it's going to be him.